describe today's situation very well. As America fought for its independence, Benjamin Franklin said, "We must all hang together, or assuredly we shall all hang separately." When the desert is creeping into East Africa and ever more scarce resources push farmers and herders into deadly conflict, then that is a matter of shared security for all of us. When the people of the Maldives are forced to abandon a place that they've called home for hundreds of years, it's a stain on our collective conscience and a moral challenge to each of us. When our own grandchildren risk growing up in a world that we can't recognize and don't want to, in the long shadow of a global failure to cooperate, then clearly, urgently, profoundly, we all need to do better. There are issues of war and peace. I know something about those. And then there are issues of life and death, like this one, that are no less morally compelling than war itself. We have an obligation to save the lives of millions of people who risk famine, dislocation, disease, and death, simply because they are forced, not called on, but forced to suffer the indifference of wealthy nations and their addiction to the status quo. We can stop the climate-driven wars of the future. We can keep would-be climate refugees in their homes. We can keep islands on the map and stop climate-fueled droughts and storms before they ever start. Here in Copenhagen, we have an opportunity to realign the way nations have dealt with each other. By reaching agreement on finance, emission targets, and a transparent system for global action, we will be recognizing globally that the stewardship of the planet and our appetite for resources will be managed in a new way, in a new era. None of this, we know, is easy. But we can find the answers if we find the will to demand them. This is not a moment when the world can afford to settle for less. This is a moment to demand what is necessary and deliver what is right, not to weigh on what is the least that a country can offer up here in Copenhagen. This is a time for all of us to act boldly and find out what is the most that we can accomplish here together. I've seen this process through more highs and lows than I care to remember. Today, we are closer than ever to getting the job done. People fail for 700 days and succeed for one. People strive for 17 years and succeed for one. We need to trust the science. We need to trust each other. We need to put aside our grievances. And we need to focus on the bottom line and have the courage to take the risks and make Friday our day of success. Thank you. Woo!